Hello BookTube! Today I'm going to be doing the Nephilim Tag. I don't really know if this is something that they do on BookTube, but I found a picture of it on Instagram and I thought it was such a great idea for a video, so I'm going to do it today. Especially because The Mortal Instruments is my favorite book series ever, I thought this was such a perfect tag for me, so I'm going to start it now. Question 1. What do you prefer, The Mortal Instruments or The Infernal Devices? Obviously The Mortal Instruments. I mean, I love The Infernal Devices, but that love triangle pissed me off so much between Will, Tessa, and Jem that it was just... it didn't have the love I had for The Mortal Instruments. I just thought the plot of The Mortal Instruments was a lot better than The Infernal Devices. It dragged me in much quicker. You know, it took me to like the middle of Clockwork Prince to actually start liking the book, and then the end made me hate the series, and then I liked it again when Tessa and Will got together at the end of Clockwork Princess, but then Jem and Tessa got back together, and just no. Favorite male character? If you don't say Jace Wayland for this answer, I don't understand what is wrong with your brain, but there's obviously something wrong. He's the epitome of a perfect being. He's gorgeous, he's brave, he's protective, he's caring, he's, just everything. I wish my boyfriend was Jace Wayland. Like, that's a terrible thing to say, but I wish he was. Question 3, favorite female character? Clary Frey, again, perfect being. I want to be her so badly. I will not be content until I am literally Clary Frey. Some people say that she's boring, but I think that she's just such an amazing character. Question 4. Favorite ship? I mean, obviously my favorite male character is Jace Wayland and my favorite female character is Clary Frey, and they're dating. I mean, what other ship am I gonna pick? Jessa? No. Jessa is the worst ship in the entire every book Cassandra Clare has written. So if you ship Jessa, bye. Question 5 is least favorite ship, but I just said it, it's Jessa. I don't like them at all. I didn't like them from the beginning. Jem was just kind of there. You know, I don't really care for Jessa at all. No, Wessa for life. I'm just so tired. I'm like going crazy in this video. Question 6. I had to put my tea down to do this. What kind of downworlder would you be? Above all in Cassandra Clare's world, I would love to be a shadowhunter. You know, out of any mythical creature ever created, shadowhunters would be my first choice. But because it says downworlder and shadowhunter, shadowhunters aren't considered a part of downworld. If I had the choice, I'd like to be a warlock, and I would hope to be as sassy as Magnus. Because he's just, I want Magnus to be my gay best friend. He's perfect. I don't think I'm cool enough to be a werewolf, and vampires are kind of rude except for Simon. Did I miss any downworlders? Demon? No, that doesn't count. No, yeah, so warlock would be my first choice. If I didn't get to choose, like, if somebody else had to choose for me, I really don't know. Question 7, favorite book? City of Lost Souls. This was my favorite book in the entire series. It made me cry so hard. Everything about this book I loved. Getting to know Sebastian was so important, and Cassandra Clare wrote it beautifully. You know, every plot point in this book, every place they went to was just amazing. When Simon called down Raziel, and I was like, oh my god, Simon's gonna die, this is terrifying. It was just so good. I loved it. I'm afraid that City of Heavenly Fire is going to replace this book in my heart because it was phenomenal. Yeah, so City of Heavenly Fire isn't even out yet. City of Lost Souls is my favorite book out of all of Cassandra Clare's books. Question 8. If you could choose to be in any Shadowhunter family, which would it be? This is like such a hard one. It depends, because like in the entire Nephilim series of books, you see so many different sides of the two families. You know, you see the Fairchild with Charlotte, and then you see the Fairchild with Jocelyn, and then you see the Lightwoods with Gabriel, and then you see the Lightwoods with Isabel, and you see the Herondales with Jason, the Herondales with Will, which really isn't that big of a difference. But you see like the different parts of each family at different time periods, so I really don't know what family I choose. Can I choose to be my own Shadowhunter family? That's what I'd like. I'd like to be my own Shadowhunter family. The Shadowhunters Codex lets you pick a different name if you're gonna ascend, so let's pick my Shadowhunter name right now. Okay, so they always say that it's a compound name, and they have a list of different names that you can combine together. So I'm going to choose two at random. That's going to be my Shadowhunter family. Let's go with, you know what, I had one like a while ago, but I totally forgot it. Let's go with Stormhallow. That's my shadowhunter name. I'm a Storm Hallow. My own shadowhunter family. It's starting to change color. Bought this mug online and then it got ruined, so I had to buy another one. But the runes appear when it's hot, and then when it gets cold they disappear, and because I already drank like half my tea, they're disappearing. It's the coolest mug ever. It was so worth the $26 I spent on it. I'm that pathetic. I would buy a $26 mug because it changes color and it's my favorite book. Question 9. Question 9 is, what would be your ideal weapon? Like a fighty weapon, I guess, with a Seraph blade, because I think they're so cool, and like I feel like they didn't do a good job describing them in the movie. You know, they were just so run over that, you know, I didn't really get a good look at the Seraph blades, and I imagined them these giant glowing blue blades that were like flaming. So I guess if it was like a practical weapon like that, I'd pick the Seraph blade, but I still think a steel is even cooler, and I'm going to consider that a weapon because the runes can help you fight demons and downworlders and whatever else you're fighting. I think that's the coolest thing ever. I have my own steel. I do have a steel, and it's my steel, and I'm going to consider this my weapon. So this is going to be my ideal choice of weapon, even though I don't think that was what they were aiming for in the question. And then question 10 is, how did you get into Cassie's books? I'm trying to think of how to make this story short. Me and my boyfriend decided to go to the movies randomly, and he was like, oh, let's go see this movie, The Mortal Instruments, about like demon hunters and stuff, and I was like, no, let's go see We're the Millers, you know. I had never heard of The Mortal Instruments. It sounded really stupid and boyish, and who knows. But me being a pushover, I gave in, so I went to see The Mortal Instruments. I had absolutely no like thoughts going into this movie, but when I came out I was kind of crying because I thought it was just the coolest thing ever. I'd never seen a movie like it before, and so, you know, walking out, my face is all wet because I'm like, no, they can't be brother and sister. This can't happen. Like, I was so like distressed over a movie that I knew nothing about 2 hours before. And so my boyfriend goes, yeah, they're book series, right? And I was just like, what? So I spent that night looking up Jamie Campbell Bower because I was so obsessed with him, and then the next day I went and I ordered like 3 of the books from the library. I finished them each in 2 days, and it was just, I've never been so obsessed with a series so quickly. Like, these books, they just made me feel like this range of emotions that wasn't even possible before I read them. I'm getting all worked up. But yeah, so it started by going to see the movie, and I know a lot of people said they hated the movie because they probably saw the movie after seeing the books, but whatever company it was that produced the movie, they did a really good job of bringing people in who didn't know anything about the series. So, you know, watching it again after I read them, yeah, they left out a lot of stuff and messed it up a lot, but you know, if it wasn't for the movie I wouldn't have read the books, and I wouldn't have gotten obsessed with reading as much as I was now. You know, being that The Mortal Instruments is my favorite series, I figured I'd do this tag. I'd say it's pretty much done, it's cooling down, which means this video is over. I like doing this tag. I hope that I find a bunch more, or else I'll make a bunch more about different series. So, yes. It's late, I'm gonna go to bed. Bye guys.